You say one more wrong thing, I'm going to rub your bark off.
For male in your mid-20s, you should not be having that many selfies. Get this fossil off the field. She grew a way better beard than me. There's this big old lady snagging up some cookies. I almost got hit by a train the other day.
Smell it. Smell it. Is it okay?
Welcome to the one. Oh! That song turns a 3 into a 10. To the only.
Like she ate a whole cow and just...
Coda's Crib podcast.
And you heard the donkey just...
I'm more afraid of lions than Asians.
So at what point are we taking innocent chicken lives?
Welcome back to Coda's Crib podcast, the number 4 podcast in the world, available on Apple, on Spotify, on YouTube, on Rumble, on Facebook, TikTok, Morse code, and we're out there everywhere. So make sure you turn that notification bell on, so you can get notified when we post every 7 p.m. Friday night Eastern Standard Time. So
I mean, it's been like what 30, almost 40 weeks now. If you don't have that on your calendar, Friday 7 p.m. Coda's Crib podcast comes out, then I don't know what you're doing. Like, y'all should all be on the front row of your couch, on the edge of your seat, just waiting at 7 o'clock for it to come out. Every time.
Get on them. I'm trying to tell them, but yeah, at this point, this will be episode 38, maybe.
I think so, because
So
I texted you wrong.
38. We have 39 already filmed. So had a little pod with the moms. So make sure you want to see that a little special Mother's Day pod, because we love our mothers here at Coda's Crib, and so gonna want to make sure you watch that. So that being said, we're working second pod of the day, so so is the brain fried.
Oh, second pod. You mean like this is the 8th?
Oh yeah, wait.
Whoa, golly.
We are
We are
way
just ripping them out today.
way ahead. So meant to stop and grab us a Monster, but didn't quite get it. But that's all right. What's your energy drink of choice?
I'm gonna have. I mean, like probably I don't know, bro. When we had that energy drink, like little try-in, like energy drink haul.
Yeah.
Because I took the we kept that same day we went to Nashville, right? And you kept that you kept the C4, the Skittles, no, Starburst C4, and that one was pretty good, but I don't think it tops my number one, which is the Monster, the white can, the Monster. It's like the no sugar or whatever.
Oh yeah,
the blue letters. That's probably my number one.
Okay, the Ghost wasn't bad. I probably the Ghost, but we had that like ice pop, pop Ghost at the gym the other day. It was terrible.
That was
don't ever get that. That
was awful.
Trent swore, he was like, I promise it's so good, but dude, couples that don't drink after each other, what are you doing? I know a couple that they don't drink after each other, and it's like, blood, you got 5 kids. I think you can do it.
You got 5 kids.
I think you can drink after each other. It's all right. But anyway, so
that's like I heard a question the other day. We were talking about Coke, right? And it's like you know those people that like they'll just start an argument for like nothing. Like, we're talking about Coke. This is like senior year at the lunch table, and they're like man, Coke. Why are you drinking it in a can? It's so much better in a bottle.
Yes.
Like, and then I started to think, like, is that even true? Is it better in a can or is it better in a bottle? Like, do I drink more of whether it's in a glass bottle or like plastic bottle? I don't know.
Maybe we gotta experiment that and see what the best Coke is. But yeah, people who like just start beef for no reason.
I mean,
dude, there was this guy back in Frank back in my middle school that
was his name?
He was known to just absolutely like go in at people, just start bogus arguments for no reason, something stupid like that. And he'd be like, you use number 2 pencil? Get mechanical pencils to write that. You don't know how to write. Dude, you walk out one time, we walked outside and it was freaking, we're having a little picnic at school, and you walk outside and Frank's freaking going at it with a tree out there. He's arguing with a tree going back and forth. I don't know if he was talking about...
You say one more wrong thing, I'm going to rub your bark off.
I think he was talking about like the right time to shed, whether it was fall or autumn, and I was like, Frank, let him live. Gosh, darn.
Gosh.
He knows what he's doing. He's been around for a little while.
Those type of people, they're better off at just being lawyers, bro. Like, just the way that you can... They're quick-witted, too. They can just think of something off the spot, and that's why they want to just start something, just so that they can prove that they're right. But hey, you know what? At the end of the day, we just gotta keep going. You know, sometimes the quieter one is the usually smartest.
You know, I'm a lot more scared. Like, if you're in a room with a group of people, and like, say you're a group of 5 people and 4 of them are just like absolutely going at it and like talking a lot, but there's that 5th one. There's that one guy just in the little corner, just like
taking notes
and just like kind of blending in. Like, you don't even know you forget until someone like brings them up and like, buddy, what do you think? That guy scares me. That guy, he knows something, or he's hiding something, and he's got something going on. He's fighting inner demons,
like,
and you don't want to double cross him.
It's like I remember Charlie talking about your brother Hunter.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, Hunter, when we're in a group of people, like, you know, Hunter might not talk a lot, but when he does, he's like that left hook. Like, you don't see it coming.
And you know he's way smarter than you, and you're like,
he's already thinking about like 3 steps ahead what he's gonna say.
He's like, all right, so he just 3 sentences back said this, but he just contradicted himself. I'm gonna get him.
I'm gonna bring it up.
Next time he says something, I got him. Yeah, no, those are the people that you gotta like really watch yourself around.
Yeah. There's our youth pastor calls it the silent assassin.
The silent assassin. That's so true.
Yeah.
So true.
Kenny Boggs.
Oh yeah.
He's one of those guys. He
silent
just sits
assassin.
back, and then when he strikes, oh man.
When they say something, it's meaningful and
That's
it
right.
means something, and it's gonna be good.
That's
But
right.
how many selfies do you have on your phone?
Selfies. Not a lot. I'm not the type of guy that just, you know, snap a pic. I also don't post that much on Instagram. I feel like the people that do have selfies post a lot, probably.
I don't even know what to post on Instagram, but I was going through someone's phone, and I feel like now girls it's different just because I feel like girls are just like, oh my gosh, Starbucks and Tuesday and the sunset selfie. But like you have
it's in
to.
their DNA.
Exactly. It's like, oh my sign, I'm a Scorpio, and it lined up with my drink, and but I was like I was looking at someone's phone the other day, and for a male in their mid-20s, they had a lot of selfies, and I was like,
Are you close to this guy?
I'm not close to this guy. I was just happened to go through like this guy's phone, or he was scrolling through it to show me, and I was like, for a male in your mid-20s, you should not be having that many selfies. I'm not, and they were like just like not even good ones of like, you know, just like in the backyard, the trees are back there, and just, you know, like woke up little morning after, and I'm like, I don't know. As a guy, I'm just like, because I probably have actual straight like what why do I take a selfie? I really don't know. What would
now I say I think I took more when I first got a phone.
Well, yeah,
because I was
but
like,
you were
this
also
is
like
insane.
12?
I was 8th grade. What would that be? 14.
14.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is insane. This is awesome. And then probably like freshman year, sophomore year of high school, I was like, yeah, what am I doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
now I'm like embarrassed. If someone catches me, if I actually take a selfie, if I'm like, you know, in front of at the square, you know, in town, and they catch me taking a selfie, I'm like embarrassed. I'm like looking around.
If I get caught in the act,
You know?
and it's
I
just
don't know.
like, yeah, absolutely. Sometimes I get embarrassed just taking like a picture. I'm like, who am I, the grandfather at the baseball game? Like,
Yeah.
get this fossil off the field. But I don't know. I was like, like I say, there's a lot of selfies there. I feel like an appropriate amount. If you're like 20 to 30, like you should have maybe a handful of selfies. Like what? And if they are, it should be because your great aunt Linda asked you to do it.
You know, you might see. We were just talking about like if somebody sees us taking a selfie. If you see someone taking a selfie, you better make sure that they might not be taking a selfie, because they could be like, you know how they act like they're gonna, like just like you said, oh, I'm gonna take a picture of myself, but actually they're taking a picture of like what's in front of them.
Yeah.
So, dude, you never know who's taking a selfie or not.
Dude, you really don't. That is so true. Especially when you put that brightness all the way down. It's just like, what the heck? But I almost got hit by a train the other day.
Wow.
Did I tell you the story?
Did you not see the thing?
So I'm gonna walk you out.
All
There's a never thought it would happen to me. I'll preface with that.
Okay.
I was going through a little town, had a little railroad track, and you know, you never think it's gonna happen. There's the signs: don't park on the railroad track, don't stop on the railroad track, don't be on the railroad track when the train's coming through. Makes sense, but
you probably shouldn't park there. Right?
Yeah, but it was a red light, and so it looked like there was enough room to get across the railroad and stop. Well, there wasn't. So I'm sitting there, and it's a red light. Then all of a sudden, I'm listening to my music, and I hear like a bing, bing, bing.
Was the arms coming down?
It was. I was like, what? I turned it down. I thought it was like maybe the ambulance coming by. So I turned the music down. Looking, I'm like, what's going on? And then I look over. I see the flashing lights on the railroad track. So I'm like, are you kidding me? And then the arm starts to go down. So I'm past the one that I'm in, the one that like would block me off. I'm past it.
Oh gosh.
So it's behind me. I look back. It's coming down. It's already over.
What about
The
the
one
one
to
in
my
front?
left and front. Well, it's on the other side of the road.
Oh yeah.
So I see it coming down. Then I look behind me. I'm like, holy crap!
I better get out the
look
way.
to my left. There's a whole train coming. There's a whole train, and I'm on the middle of the railroad track, and I'm like, I never thought it happened to me, Lord. And then
Not like this.
The light then turns green, and I mean the train's probably 150 yards away, and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, they're
let's go.
taking their time.
Yeah, and so it turns green, and I get out of the way, luckily. But I was like, I never thought it happened to me. I literally look over, and this whole that's like a
That's
nightmare
insane.
you have.
That's like in movies.
Movies. You look over, and the train's coming. It literally happened to me.
Dude, well, that reminded me of it. One, I gotta say, okay, that's crazy. But you know what? You got the world back because you took it out on that armadillo on the way here. He is lethal. No, I think you hit it, but you didn't like kill it because I saw it run off. But he's lethal with the armadillos. I am lethal with birds. I don't know what it is, bro. Like I've killed probably 3 birds in the past couple months. Just with my truck driving down the road because like they'll fly out, but they don't fly left and right. They go straight, and so I end up hitting them and feathers go everywhere. But that reminded me of, I was gonna say that, but that reminded me of another story last night, bro. Driving down out from the church, drive back home. It's nighttime, right? And so I'm on a 2-lane, so there's those cars going this way and cars going that way. That's it. So I'm going here, and I notice something's in the road. And I'm like, it's kind of shining. Like, what is that? And it's tall. Like, who puts something? And so I keep going. I'm like, that's a trash can. Why is there a trash can like those 10 metal trash cans in the middle of the road on the other lane? So it wasn't in my lane, but it's in the lane next to me. And so I'm like, but then I notice a car coming in that lane towards me. I'm like, oh gosh, I hope they don't go in my lane, like in head-on collision. So like I get as close as I can to the white line without going in the ditch, and he saw me, but he had no other choice to. I don't know why he didn't slow down, but he just hit it. He drilled that.
I bet you heard
it. I did, because it was like those 10 trash cans.
Yeah.
So he drilled that thing like it was a football, just punted
He was
it.
playing Rocket League.
Yeah, he's playing some Rocket League. But it was crazy. I thought that was same little scenario. My life like flashed before my eyes.
Dude, it's crazy. Your vehicle can be a weapon in the matter of a second. It can just it can turn it into it, and it's crazy. It can just pop out there, but things just get in the middle of the road, and it's ridiculous. My dog almost got run over by 18-wheeler one time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here, we're gonna answer this question. We got a question, and if you want your question answered, you'll submit it to our Instagram DMs at Coda's Crib. So, but we have a question from Brad Berry, and he's asking, "How do I tell my girlfriend she has a mustache?"
Oh.
Do you want?
Oh, have you seen those videos where it's like the guy asks his girlfriend, "Can I touch your hair?" And then, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, okay. So the guy asked his girlfriend, "Hey, can I touch your hair?" And she's like, yeah, you can touch my hair. So he walks over there, and the guy touches her upper lip.
No.
And then she gets mad, smacks him, and I'm like, so that's how you can do it.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's genius.
It's genius, yeah. I mean, you might get like smacked, like told a couple things, but hey, you're being honest.
It gets the point across.
Yeah, that's the truth. Come on now.
Dang, that's actually like, I haven't seen that.
I thought you would have. You're on TikTok.
No, I know. I figured I'd say that too. That's crazy. Okay, that's the easy way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna think
same thing with a beard. If they ask, just, can I touch your hair? Yeah,
that's true. I knew a chick back in high school that I was always so jealous because she grew a way better beard than me.
And it's so crazy how that happens,
dude. And I wanted to tell her because I felt like she was not aware, and she also wasn't like, she was also fully like really feminine.
Yeah.
So she was proud to be a girl. Trust me. But it was like, dang, dude, you're over here like, you're sitting here like giving your heart out and cheerleading, and you got a beard.
And it almost makes you want to ask, like, hey, do you have some like tips? Like, how do I do this? Like, how do I get this going?
Well, one time I was like, I was going and I was like, dude, I was really insecure about my beard and I don't have anything, so I asked her for a beard roller. I was like, hey, you got a beard roller I can borrow? So I was like, hey, let me cop that thing, because whatever you're doing is working. So
I mean, it's just being courteous, you know.
I feel like though, another way you could probably do it along those lines is you could probably text them and just be like, if it's your girlfriend, you'd be like, hey babe, like, I know you're really into mustaches and want my facial hair to grow in. You got any tips? I mean, it gets the point across, and it's like,
or it gets summertime. When it gets summertime, you have to like kind of shave it because it gets a little hot outside. You know, you can be like, hey, babe, like look, one of us has to keep the stash going. Like, I'm gonna shave it. It gets a little hot, but you keep it going, girl. You look great. And then you just do that.
That's true. It's like, hey, and you'd be like, hey, babe, this summer when it's hot and it's we're playing our sports outside and it gets real sweaty, I'm gonna choose. I'm not gonna be the one with that little sweat on my upper lip that bubbles up because of the hair. I'm gonna let you do it this year. So you take over. I'll get it maybe next year. You're good though. All right. I mean,
we'll take turns.
Yeah, we'll take turns. Me one summer, you one summer. But no, I'm totally. I don't know. I'm not really for the chicks with beards.
Nah.
But who really is? I don't know. Some people though. Some people.
David Goggins.
Floats their boat, dude. Every time, never ceases to amaze us what that Joker does. But yeah, I guess I got. Honey never spoils. Did you know that?
Honey never spoils.
Yes.
Well, by those honey straws that we tasted, I felt like it kind of.
Those are not very good, but
it's just that initial taste is good, but after that.
So I heard a fact like honey never spoils. And I was like, interesting. Someone must have told my mom that the same thing applies with milk and all food, because she'll just be like, I don't know, I don't play with expiration dates. I just don't. That milk says
like one day
that
after?
Milk says March 3rd. March 4th, that thing's in the trash. But if you ask my mom, she's like, honey, it is fine.
Yeah.
It'll
smell it. Smell it. Is it okay?
Smell it. I'll taste it.
That happened to me with I got home. I just got done with the gym, got home, and I'm like, I'm starving. I need something to eat. So I go to the kitchen, right? I make 2 sandwiches, turkey, cheese, mayo, everything. And I'm like, this is awesome, bro. I'm gonna get my show started. I got my water ready, 2 sandwiches, and I have it on a paper plate, and I go to take the first bite, and I look down, and I'm like, what's this on my sandwich, on the bread?
Oh,
and it was mold. And I'm like, bro, I didn't even see it. And so I go back to the loaf of bread in the bag, and I see the date, and it was like 10 days after. And I threw it away, and I'm like, what am I gonna eat? So I just heated up some pizza rolls, and I was depressed.
I don't mess with no mold. Mold, like, that's nasty crap. I don't mess with expirations. I figured rather be safe than sorry, because that crap
100%.
is nasty. I mean, I had milk one time that was like cottage cheese coming out, and it's like, well, I did not want the cottage cheese with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but maybe next time.
Gosh.
So,
Heck
anyways, watch those expiration dates. Live by them. It's rough.
No, I had one time. Did you ever use those bowls with the straws kind of connected to the bowls? It was like way back in the day, like. Whatever. I had some of those. And so, like, as a kid, you would eat cereal and then drink the milk afterwards. But so they made these bowls with a straw connected to it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how. It was probably expired milk, but there was chunks in that straw.
Ugh.
And so I'm like, probably 7, 8 years old, and I eat some cereal. Wow, that's really good Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That was really good. I eat it, and I'm like, there's some cinnamon milk now I can drink. I go to drink, and it was awful. It was awful. I like brushed my teeth a couple times right after that.
Oh.
It's bad.
He's like, dang, even after I ate all Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's still crunchy. Gosh, this milk's got a little bite to it. I remember you saying that now. I remember the thing when we were kids was like, I remember with my brothers and everything, it was the goal to get the twirliest, windiest, longest straw that you could find. Like, you know those straws that like go round and round, and dude, so we would get like these crazy cups that would have straws that would like loop them and loop them and loop them and then triple loop, and dude, we would lose our minds for those straws, and then we'd be like,
see it.
We'd be like, bro, watch this, and we'd put like chocolate milk in there so you can see it, or like just milk, and so you can see like all of it go through. And I was like, bro, watch this one. Like, it'd be like a 30-second sip just to get that one little bit to get all that air in there. No, so you'd go and you'd get just a tiny little bit of milk, but after 30 seconds, just and so going in and they're like, not fair, Mom. Why does he get the curly straw? Why does he get that crap? Not fair. So he's going, and it would be hilarious. But then when you think about it, you sit down, and once you're older, now looking back at it, I probably drank out of that thing for a solid 3 months. And not once did that thing properly get cleaned.
No.
Because what do you clean that with?
No.
You put a little water through it and some soap, and it takes 30 minutes for it to drain out?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Gosh. That's like a milkshake, bro. When you some milkshakes, you try to like an Oreo milkshake from like Sonic or something like that. You try to drink it. It takes forever because nothing gets through the straw.
You end up sucking your soul out instead of sucking that freaking milkshake out. I'll tell you that.
True.
You're fighting for your life to get that thing, and there's no budge. You know immediately. You put that thing in, get it a good, and it's done. And you're like, nope, here's the spoon.
Dude, you're better off. Just about to say, you're better off just taking the top off, using a spoon, or taking the top. Just
I had a buddy who he loved Cookout. Cookout was his thing, and he'd always. So we went to Cookout one time, and the first person who got the milkshake, they put a straw in, and they go to the sucker. He goes, "He's a Cookout noob. You obviously can't suck it with a straw. This is Cookout. You gotta use a spoon." So I'm like, dude, that's that
got me there.
Got me there. So you gotta make sure you know what milkshake you're getting, and
hey, make sure you know what milkshake you're getting when you're sitting down on your couch, listening to Coda podcast, right? Like with a milkshake in your hand, having a silly straw, with the food to your left that's not expired, and with your girlfriend behind, like right beside you, holding your hand with a nice mustache. I mean, what do you say?
Amen. And that's Coda's Crib podcast for you every 7 p.m. Friday night Eastern Standard Time, available on all platforms. See you next time.